Hi, another commercial from Eso Won Books. Before we talk about Eso Won, let me tell you about this beautiful cloth that we have right here. This cloth is from our friends at Zambezi Bazaar, right around the street on 43rd Street, about a 2-minute walk from Eso Won. Can't beat them. They have some of the best African cloth that we have found. A few new books. I probably won't talk about all of them. There's a lot. But if many of you got our email, you did see this book called Southern History Across the Color Lines by Nell Irvin Painter. It contains an essay which is one of the most powerful essays about slavery that I've ever read, called Soul, Murder, and Slavery, towards a more fully loaded cost accounting. She really goes into the legacy of slavery and what it has meant to us. She goes into violence against slaves. It's the kind of thing that commentators like Bill O'Reilly need to read before they start talking about slaves being well-fed and housed. We also have William Pepper's latest book on the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King. He's written now, this is his third book, but probably his most complete book. As we get longer and further away from the murder of Dr. King, more information is released, and this book contains documents, trial transcripts, and a number of other things that people will find important. We also have Mark Lamont Hill, the CNN commentator, the Columbia professor, the Morehouse professor, has written his first book for Simon & Schuster. It's about what happened in Ferguson, what happened with Eric Gardner, and what continues to happen. It's another powerful book. And then one of the books we always talk about here is Remembering Slavery. A lot of people have never heard slaves talk in their own voice, but in the 30s, the United States government did a project called the Workers Project, where they interviewed slaves. Those tapes were preserved, and now you can hear them. They've been re-edited, reformatted, much clearer. This is a really important book, slave narratives. But come in, see some of the things we have to offer. We have Walter Mosley's latest. We have Carter G. Woodson's The Mind of the Negro. And thank you and continued support.